Okay, so I don't die from fits of laughter, I had to upload this video because yeah, I've mentioned in past videos I do Pokemon Showdown quite a bit, and I'm honestly tempted to keep these glasses on today, by the way, because well, I can see the glare that's coming into this room right now that I'm in. It's rather bright out and it's rather irritating, especially to make a video. But I will take them off. I will take one for the team, as it were, and yeah. So everyone knows how I said I love Pokemon Showdown and yada 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 yada. The only reason I admit I am probably one of those people who I don't mind the other one, which is PO, but the thing about that is it's not as visually appealing at all. And for two, it's just I don't know. There's just it's not as their ladders their tier system is pretty awkward, I think. So yeah, from certain things I've seen. And yes, in case anyone's wondering, I am sunburned, so don't mind that. It was very hot outside yesterday, let's say that. And leave it at that. So yeah. But that is a thing because, well, there's another thing to this video too, but I'll get to actually two, to a degree, other things. Now, the thing about Pokemon Showdown is that from time to time, you run into something called Complete Scrub, and it makes me happy. You know why it makes me happy? Because it's something to just crack up at. Because said person, now there's the Create a Pokemon Project. Now people who like have heard of it, seen it, witnessed it in action, blah 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 blah. It's a pretty fun thing. It's a neat little concept they have, yada yada. It's cool. I like it. I've got back in it a couple weeks ago. It's pretty fun. Point is, doing a battle of that, and this guy decides it's a good idea to bring a Zygarde and a Deoxys and a what is it called? A Pyroke, which only people who know Cap will know what the last one is. So not that that's a problem. To bring those two, you can bring anything to that tier that's in OU or lower. You can bring anything. It doesn't freaking matter. You can bring a freaking Frogadier. It doesn't matter. But this guy decided, I'm going to slap a Choice Band on my Zygarde and give it Draco Meteor and Focus Blast. Very good. I don't understand. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't get it. I mean, in a sense, I did feel kind of bad. I was gonna ask him and be like, dude, what is that about? So yeah, I don't really understand that. But and then his Deoxys had Mega Kick. It was at that I'm like, I don't care if you are new to this. I'm thinking the other thing was a little more excusable. Even like, I think some seasoned battlers might even think, okay, at least he knew what a choice item was and blah blah. He had like maybe some clue. He just put the wrong item. Maybe he meant to make it randomly some kind of mixed scarf thing. I don't know, with extreme speed, which makes no sense given choice scarf ups your speed. But who cares? Semantics. The Deoxys Mega Kick was where I drew the line. I'm like, Mega Kick. Mega Kick Deoxys speed. Okay. Okay then. Yeah. That's all I can say about it. And then you have fully offensive Pyroke, which most people, if anyone who plays Cap knows that thing well enough, it's meant to be more a balanced Pokemon. It's kind of like, I believe its defense are actually more its strong suit, if I remember right. I haven't used one in a while. And its offenses are kind of mash. Like, it does get access to Sword Dance, but this guy I think had Flare Blitz, Earthquake, and no, those are good moves on it, don't get me wrong, because it's a Fire Grass type, which Game Freak, come out with one of those, please. Yeah, but yeah, so that's a thing, and I hope he had Wood Hammer. Oh, I think he might. I thought I saw Energy Ball, which is like, if you're running it fully physical, don't run special moves on it. I don't understand. And he couldn't have been mixed because I don't think he didn't have a life orb. I don't understand. So that left me just chuckling, and I had to at least upload that in this video. Plus, there are a couple other things I want to discuss. One of them is I procured. Where are you? I will probably go crazy searching for this because it's going to drive me nuts. Ooh, that's a thing? That came out, really? Wow, go figure. But yeah, that guy was, I didn't know how to describe it, and I was just kind of cracking up to, like, no end. I was like, what? I'm thinking I'm lucky I'm behind the computer screen, because it was just kind of weird. Like, again, the Zygarde is more excusable. I'm sure people, you know, you make that mistake, whatever. Where in God's name did I put it? That's really weird. Did I put it over here? Huh. This is awkward. Don't even tell me this is a thing. I actually lost it. Oh, wait, no. Derp. I'm a herpin', I'm a derpin'. I didn't wait. Maybe I did lose it. Damn. This is just not good. Well. My memory is appalling. Don't mind the camera moving randomly because I'm looking for this thing I wanted to show, and I wanted to... This is very odd. That's not... Ah, there it is. Alright, I probably just overlooked it. Now, this would be more for sale, because I only have one of it, and it came out recently. This is Gladiator Beast Neurokius, I think is how you say it. He might be, like, for a certain amount of money, I might be willing to part with him. Like, other than that, I mean, he's so... A, he looks really cool. Almost makes me want to make Gladiator Beast deck, honestly. It looks really cool. Like, and I used to play, like... what age was I? 12, 13? I don't know. 10, 11 years ago. Hell, I have no clue. I had a Glad Beast deck. That was one of my first decks. That, Blue Eyes, and, what's the other one? I don't remember. But it was Gladiator Beast, Blue Eyes, and something else. And I really enjoyed Glads to a degree. And I might, this thing really, it looks so cool. It looks like a giant bat with, like, bladed wings and armor. It looks amazing. Neurokius. I mean, I get it's probably supposed to be some kind of Nero reference. I understand that, but wow. So, but it could be. I don't know. I'm just kind of offering that up, like, to a degree. But the offer would have to be good enough. And even then, I might be reluctant to part ways with it. But yeah, it's definitely not for trade. I don't think I'd trade much of anything. Unless someone knows of any new support cards for Evil Swarms that came out. In that case, I might trade it if someone has like 2 of those. If they're like brand new and whatever, I might trade for that. But even that's a stretch, and that's scary for me to say. Because I love my Evil Swarms. But that's just a thing. I figured I'd throw that into this video for the hell of it. Because, yeah, it's kind of, you know, it's there. I just sort of wanted to present it. And, well, again, the people on Pokemon Showdown and on Pokemon simulators in general are just, oh my god. I'm thinking to myself, although then like, I mean, I don't even know anymore. I don't know. It was just very awkward. It's kind of amusing, honestly. It's just like, really? Like, at least look up something about the game first. There's plenty of stuff on it. Like, look it up. Smogan's there. I mean, in some of their tier stuff, I mean, usage or not. Again, Durant should not be on you. There are a lot of things shouldn't be on that tier, but, you know, whatever. Besides that, which he'll probably get banned soon anyway. Too bad I've seen him. Who else? There are a few other things shouldn't be in that tier. I don't know. They're just it's really weird, but yeah, I mean, PO is almost actually worse with their tiers. But yeah, so the next part, this is kind of the last thing I want to say. My last 2 videos, I told like a story at the end of it, and I really, God, I gotta stop leaning so close to the camera. I didn't really get a chance to finish it per se, because I actually missed a couple important things. And one was something that my friend had said to me. He was like, you know, when all this kind of, his little, secret finally came out, not even really a secret, but when it just sort of, came out in the open, he was just like, he's like, I almost lost you as a friend. I almost lost one of my other friends. I didn't want to lose people, like, like in that way, just because I was like trying to. He's like, I had a feeling you knew, blah blah blah. I'm like, all you had to do is tell me. All you had to do, if people watch the last videos, you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, all you do is tell me. I don't. I try not to judge anyone. I mean, like, even that dude, like I said, I felt bad for that opponent I had. Like, admittedly, in the battle, in your head, that's what you kind of do, because it's just like, why? And it wasn't like he had like all shinies and all this, and he wasn't like one of those trash talking, idiots. He actually had a fairly nice personality. It wasn't, bad, but his playstyle was just not. I'm just like, why you do these things? But I did feel, I was like, wow. And it's like, well, not the same thing as with my friend, obviously, because this guy, I had known him for like, at that point, how long had I known him? Year and a half, 2 years, about that, yeah. Maybe a little more. So, and I told him, you could have just told me. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna, it's not my place to say at all. So, and he's like, I was always so worried about trying to make this girl happy, and I lost like track of so much. Like, I was so focused on like keeping the lie going. I'm like, well, and that what I made you say, that that you're gay. And he's like, well, yeah. He's like, it drains the hell out of you. I'm like, well, living a lie can do that. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. I just would think that it would just beat, like, it would beat you to, like, beat you down. Like, I don't know. Like, I said in the other videos, there were a couple nights I didn't sleep, and and that was just out of pure, one of them was out of pure stupidity. The other one was out of, well, I forget what I was thinking about something, and just couldn't shut it off. But it just, that drained me alone, and that's what I'm thinking. This guy is like, I'm like, you haven't been sleeping for like a week, like consistently, like more than like 4 hours a night. I'm like 4.5 hours. I'm like, really? I don't know how some people do that to themselves alone. Like, that's what I told him. Well, you know what? You need to think of, what makes you happy and who makes you happy. You can't be worried about her. Like, in this scenario, like, you can't be. Because again, I've said this girl, the hots for him bad and blah, blah, blah. It's like, what? Wow, I should get the hots for. Oh my God, I'm so freaking old fashioned. Jesus. So bad. But she really did. She had that, and I think it kind of broke him a little bit, because, like, he's a nice guy, and he just, hurting her was not something he was interested in doing. But, in a way, I think she had a suspicion about it, because they didn't, from what I know, I don't know how many dates actually went, like, dates, but they went on a few. So, I don't know. Maybe she didn't. Well, I don't know. Shit, what do I know about that part anyway? I don't know. So, there's other two girls flirting with him. He had to keep, and that's why I think he got this other one, because he wanted to sort of cover it up. That was the easier way, and plus it was the easier way to avoid more hassle and more fuss and muss, so to speak, less explanation, kind of like just like, oh God, kind of like. But and that's why I told him, eventually the lie's gonna fall in around you if you don't say something to them too. Like, I got lucky. I had it nailed. Like, they might not, and it will kind of eat them if they find out the hard way, like through someone else. That's the worst way, through osmosis. Like, it's like you couldn't tell me yourself. Like, that's, I'm sure, what their reaction be, because if anyone who knows women, sometimes, yeah, you don't tell them stuff right off. Yeah. Nah, not a bueno idea. But yeah. So, I don't know, and he was just, like I said, so focused on her. It's like, hey, if don't mind me, my leg's freaking itchy as hell, damn sunburn. But yeah, I don't know what to say about it. I think that was all I forgot about that story. I'm fairly sure, I hope. If not, and if I think of something, it'll probably be another 5 or 10 minute part, but Don't say I won't speak now for hold your peace. I don't know. I can never be an actor and do all in front of a freaking webcam, for God's sake. But yeah. So, and that was basically, he's like, I knew I should have trusted you. I knew I could, like, count on you. Da, 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 da. He's like, and I'm like, if that's the case, why don't you just come out and tell me? Like I said earlier, that just gets on my nerves. If they trust someone enough, I'll just tell them. Like, you know, and trust is a hard thing to muster. It can be. I know that all too well myself. It's like, it's annoying to try and find trustworthy people, but when you do, you gotta, and I think he realized that you gotta kind of hold on to them. You gotta keep them close. Say keep friends close, enemies closer, but that's all, to some degree, that's a load of malarkey, a load of bullshit. It really is. Malarkey, wow, it's even more. Now, it's like my grandmother and my grandfather. Good God. But yeah, it really is. Like, if you have a good, trustworthy friend, keep them close. And if you like doing stuff with them, even better. You know, if you like, you know, being around them and having fun with them, great. And he did, and that's what kind of got me and ruffled. Apparently I'm creating Ruffles potato chips. No, rustled by Jimmy's. Wow, can't speak English. It's good. It's a good start. It's only my native language. Great. Phenomenal. Isn't it? And I gotta shave again. That's not good. But yeah. So that's the bottom line to it. It's like, yeah, it still kind of hurt me to that day that he wouldn't just say it. It's like, you know, I think there's even a song, just say it. Like, if you have something that's burning to say, especially if it's that important about that person, like it's affecting them and hurting them and weighing them down, like, tell me. God. It was just like, it's like, I really swear he thought I'd walk away like few other people I was like that he told 2 or 3 other people. I'm like, why would I do that? Why the hell? I wouldn't. Oh my God. Again, a trust thing. Trust can be a very hard thing. I've had my fair share of that problem myself. It's not easy, but at least he got over it, so that was good. But yeah. Oh God. But yeah. And I pull my gas one up. I'm like, if you trust me, what the hell could be so big and so like that I may not already know anyway, or that I, you know, may have an inkling to and have figured out. Like, just tell me, whatever it is. Maybe it's not, you know, it's not. I'm sure it's not gonna blow my head off my shoulders. Just tell me. So yeah, but and I mean, again, I'm loyal. Like, I try and be loyal to a fault at least. Part of me thought about getting rid of that quality, but probably not a good idea. I know it may sound weird to people, but sometimes it can. But I think it's what made him trust me enough to tell me. So I'm not getting rid of that quality anytime soon. Loyalty is as far as I can think, it's a decent quality to have. It is, but it can be a hard quality to have when people constantly don't know what they want. Yeah, and trust too. Like I said that about 3 times. But yeah, so Scrubs and the Pokemon metagame are funny. Back to that for a sec, and they really are, and that's about it. Oh man, that's great. It was so bad. The guy had a freaking. Oh my God. Oh man. I wanted to tell him, look, I'll help you build a team for God's sake. I don't care. Oh, it was so bad. Then again, there aren't many people that play that meta as of this moment, so I suppose I'm not that high on the quote-unquote ladder for that meta, because not much of a ladder. I don't know how many people, like, maybe between like 20, 25 people actually play it total that I know of. And only 3 or 4 do I actually know of. So there you go. But yeah. So anyway. Well, again, speaking of that, I'll have to go make a team, I think, right now. I'm feeling a bit bored, so I may as well try that out. And I had an idea last night that I may try. But yeah. Again, if anyone somehow figures out my name on Showdown, you want to battle me or something, if you find me on there, go ahead, but identify who the hell you are first. That might be of great assistance to me. So I don't get confused, because really, I wouldn't want to be like one of those pokes if I confuse Ray, and, you know, just, that was a stupid pun, but who cares? Yeah, so probably go off to make a team. Probably off to go make a team. Wow. So this is MD865. Yeah, and that's about it. So yeah, one more time I'll show it. Where the hell did it go now? I probably lost it again. No, I didn't. Neurokius up for trade. Not trade. Derp. No. up for sale, perhaps, if someone can meet a certain price, like probably $20 or so, and $22, something like that. Or if they want to trade, some new eStorm support or something. But again, I'll have to debate that in my head if I even want to sell it or trade it, because I'm saying I have it. So it looks so cool. Just look at that thing. It looks awesome. Oh my god, it's sick. All right, I'm gonna go before I have a just total excitement and just jump all over. I don't know, over a friggin' card. And then again, I did that once. That was funny. Oh man, speaking of Pokemon Away, I was just talking about a minute ago. About a little over probably a year ago now, I get quite happy when I hatch good Pokemon with decent IVs. I think I hatched a Zoroark with 31 in speed and 29 in special attack, and needless to say, I was very pleased. And it came out of an egg I got, or not an egg, a Zoroark I got from a friend of mine from the event, and needless to say, I was quite happy. It was a great day. It was amazing. Yeah, it was fun. It's really fun to see his reaction. So, anyway, yeah, 7865. I am out of here. Bye, everyone.